Good morning, my friends. Hope you've all had a wonderful weekend. I did not really use any makeup, hence no videos. I've just been to the gym and, had a nice, just reading books and stuff. So it's Monday, back to work. And I am starting off with the It Cosmetics CC cream. Very good, love this one. It's very high coverage. It has an excellent SPF. This color though, I'm not sure what this is because it doesn't say anything. I'm not sure if I've rubbed it off or if it was just a mistake on this one. But it does look like my very old used light color-wise. So I'm hoping that this will work. So I'm sorry, don't know the color. I'm thinking light because I do still have somewhat of a tan. Love these. My best way of using these are actually just to give a few pumps in my hands, rub them together to warm the product up, and then push it into the face. You can absolutely use them with the brush. I have used them with the brush. It works really well, but it actually, I think it looks better on the skin when I do it this way. Not sure if that's something that the brand recommend. If I use a brush, I use their own It Cosmetics one that you've seen me use about 1 trillion times. That's my absolute favorite brush, the dual-ended one. Use that one loads and loads. But by using it this way, I can really, it feels like it gets into the pores. So otherwise, if I use a full coverage one, I tend to get like, it looks like I can see my pores in a not very pleasant way. We're using a magnifying mirror, of course. So I'm not sure if anybody else would, because nobody, apart from my husband, is standing that close to me. But I want them to look good in my magnifying mirror as well. Sorry that I used the mirror, but I just need to see that I've mixed it up. There we go. I really, really love this product. I am missing the illumination one in light. I have it in fair and fair light, I think. I ran out of the light one. And I'm not going to the US in the near future due to, well, circumstances, as you can imagine. I don't really want to go to the US at the moment. I'm a bit scared to, actually. So I am not going. So I will just have to make do with the CC one. And it's a brilliant one. I love this one too. It's just that the illumination one I like a little bit more. But they work just the same. They work really good. They are brilliant. Using the Urban Decay Primer Potion. Same procedure as every other video. You've seen me do this about 1 trillion times. I am sorry that you have to see the same products being applied. It just doesn't spark joy buying another primer. But if you do have another primer that you really, really want me to try, just let me know. But it's not like I go out looking for new primers because this one works. And I really like it, so that's why. I am a bit basic when it comes to stuff that I really like. I tend to use it again and again if it's the same. So today I am using another Tom Ford highlighter. This one is from the Vanilla Sex collection. So if you compare it to, this is the old one from last year, and this is the new one from this year. And this one, I have no idea when it came out. I've had it for a while. I just forgot that I have it. It looks very, very similar to the one that I have from last year's. Yeah, they are not exactly the same. They actually swatch differently. I can do a swatch party of all my Tom Ford highlighters for you guys if you want me to. I like them both, and they are actually a little bit different. I mean, if you compare them side by side, do they look the same on the face? Yeah, kind of. It is what it is. Okay, I forgot that I had that one. So, using this one. I absolutely love this packaging though. I love the beige. There is something with beige packaging that I really, really like. It's like the Chanel Le Beige collection. Absolutely love the packaging on those. I think it looks so smart and so nice. Especially I like the combination of beige and black and that light, very, very light beige. I really enjoy. But as you can see, this one is not super fair. The one that I bought from this year's collection is very light, and it's actually a little bit too light for me now, I found. It looks a little bit ashy. I am going to use it heaps and heaps because most of the year I'm not this brown. So I'm not worried about that at all. It was still a very good purchase, and I'm still really, really happy that I did buy it. It's just that right now it is a bit too light. It looks really, really stark white on me. So I'm going to avoid using that one. Then I dug up my old trusted friend. I know that they have reformulated these ones and they are bigger now. I'm not sure if you can still get these, but this is the Christian Dior bronzer. And I am in the color, I have no idea as usual. The Dior Forever Natural Bronzer, and this is 04 Tan Bronze. So this is a slightly darker bronzer than I would normally use, hence because I have a color now. So this one is from, I think I bought this 2 years ago or something like that. But it's a darker bronzer and I think it will work fine. It is still very neutral bronzer. As you can see, it doesn't lean orange at all. It sort of looks muddy, I would say. But that's good. Muddy is good on my face. Better than orange. And this is just to get a little bit of color back into my face. And of course we need to do something about this horrid chin. That doesn't get any color. So I'm always white as a sheet under my chin. And I refuse to look like one of those 80s sun tanning people sitting with like a foil thingy. I'm not. I don't sunbathe that often, and I am not going to use the foil thingy, chin thingy. It's probably not healthy for you anyway, so it's fine. But this is another beige packaging that I absolutely love, and it doesn't look disgusting, which I don't know why. I assumed that it would look. I have something reflecting. I'm sorry, guys. I'm gonna see if I can switch the mirror up a bit. There we go. I have a mirror behind me, and the sunshine is hitting it weirdly. Sorry. I know my room looks like a hot mess right now. I have yoga mats all over. I've been doing yoga all weekend. And I still haven't unpacked all my bags. Yeah. I am the worst procrastinator. I have opened them and there are shit all over the floors. I know I am like a teenager. I'm sorry. I'm just really good at procrastinating. So yeah, that's where we're at. I am going to use my little blush that I really, really like, that I can never remember what it's called. It's called Enama. I bought this little guy when I was in Japan last year, and this is in the shade 01U. These are really, really good. And this one has a little bit of a shine to it. And since I'm wearing a pink shirt, I'm also wearing a pink blush today. And this one is actually very nice and almost creamy to the touch. But it also gives you a very just a healthy kind of glow. I don't know if you can get Enama on YesStyle or any other Asian marketplace. I'm hoping you can. It's really, really good. I have two of these. I have this one and I have another one, and this one has been my favorite. I'm going to dig out the other one because I haven't used those in a few months, so maybe the other one is actually even better right now. I'm not sure, but I just wanted to use this one because it's a nice, very faint pink, and I thought it would look good with my pink sweater today that I am wearing. All right, for my eyes, I am going to be extremely, extremely boring, and I'm just going to use these two, I think, because I was thinking of doing a winged liner. I haven't, well, I shouldn't say I haven't been using them in a while, because I do. Usually when I go to the gym, that's one of my go-to looks, because I tend to, on Sundays, I go to two like yoga classes back to back, and then we usually go out for lunch, me and my friends. And I'm starting off with the lighter shade. So I usually put a little bit of makeup on just to like sort of look alive. And the thing I usually do for my yoga class is just black liner, mascara, and then I do my brows. That's it. Because then I can go out to lunch afterwards and still look decent. Of course, I know that I can go out without putting makeup on. It's just that I like it. So I'm one of those girls that actually has a little bit of makeup on for working out. Not always. If I'm not going to do anything after, I'm not putting on makeup. But if I'm going out to lunch, I just want to look a little bit somewhat alive. Sometimes I don't even do a liner. I just do mascara and my brows. This is still the lightest shade, very, very basic. And then I am using the sort of taupey pinkish shade. I am very, very happy with this little quad that I bought. I have been using this for the past couple of days and I can't seem to put it down. I really enjoy it. It is very, very basic and it's very, very neutral, but sometimes that's just what you like, isn't it? Or what you want. So today I'm going to, well, first of all, I'm going to work, of course, but then I have a meeting with the Chamber of Commerce. In Sweden, when you are a registered valuer, you are registered through the Chamber of Commerce, and they have annual meetings where they go through, well, news and things like that. So that's what I'm doing, well, basically for the whole afternoon. It's usually fun. It's very fun to see all the different kinds of registered valuers. We tend to meet a lot of the people working with cars, and they are their own kind of breed. If you compare them to the jewelry, watches kind of valuers, we are all very different people. So it's hilarious. It's really, really fun, and it's always fun to hear what they are saying, what their struggles are right now. I am going to use a little bit of this one just on the outer corners to get a little bit more depth, because I feel like I'm just white. I really like this dark color. It's very, very nice. Tom Ford, you did well. You did well. I really enjoyed this. I'm just putting this as a little bit of a liner, just to get some depth. I am, of course, going to put a black liner on top. There we go. I was planning on using my Fawn, my Lisa Eldridge, my latest purchase, but I didn't think it would mix that well with my bright pink sweater. I'm using this liner. This is my all-time favorite. This is the Kat Von D, or KVD Beauty now. This is a dual-ended one. I have it in like just the basic ones as well, but I really enjoy these dual-ended because then I can use them when I travel, and I have both a brown and a black, which is great. So this is very easy. I just pull these along the lash line just for a very little line and pull them out a bit. I shouldn't say this is very easy because I usually end up screwing this up a bit. There we go. And then I always end up having to do thicker and thicker, and then I end up looking like Amy Winehouse. But that's all right. That's also a look. It is getting harder and harder when your eyelids are getting a little bit more wrinkly. So see how long I can keep this up for. Sorry about the mirror again, guys. There we go. We have liner. Is it full on straight? No. Do I really care? No, not really. It's fine. It's close enough. I'm thinking a bit like it's the same as my brows. They are not straight. They do not look the same. So why should my winged liner? I'm using my Victoria Beckham Beauty. This is the Cocoa Satin Kajal. My Ride or Die. I could have easily used Ash as well. Love that one just as much. But those are my two favorite ones. I still need to try the black one from Tom Ford. I don't really love the black one in the satin kajals. I don't know why. It just doesn't stay the same way the other ones do on my in my eyes, in my waterline specifically. And I don't really know why. Rum mascara in black because I'm basic. I am going to put some on my lower lash line because I want some darkness. My son is playing music, so I'm sorry if you can hear that. I really enjoyed this mascara. It's actually really good at going into the roots of my lashes. So I don't get that like white line between my eyeliner and my waterline. This one is really, really good. And it also gives me volume, which tubing mascaras tend not to do. But this one does. So I am very happy with this one. I just wish that they were more easily available. I'm sure they will be. I think it's only a matter of time before they get picked up by Sephora. But the problem with Sephora is that they do not carry the same brands across Europe. I don't know if you knew that. Sephora US is amazing. It's absolutely brilliant, which is quite fun because Sephora is a French brand. It's called Sephoras. And I don't know why it's so much better in the States than it is in Europe. Especially the Swedish one is really quite unexciting, I would say. The one that we have in Stockholm is a quite small Sephora. So why on earth would you put on gondolas by Clinique and Lancome and all the other brands that you can find in the other shops? Why not focus on the brands that are exclusive to Sephora? I just don't get it. It would have been made so much more sense to me, because that makes you unique. No, those brands you can only get online, and the Sephora website is the most atrocious thing I've ever shopped from. I'm not big on internet shopping in general. I prefer to go into a store and buy the stuff I like. I want to try it and I want to see what it looks like. But Sephora, their web shop is just a source of anger. I hate it almost as much as I hate my printer at work. My printer at work, we have named Bomboklat. He just refuses to cooperate. And that's the same way I feel about Sephora's website. You put stuff in your cart, when you go to check out, they remove half of it and says it's not available. I have bought from their website, I think like 4 or 5 times. Out of those 5 times, at least twice the items haven't arrived. I'm not blaming them on that, but it is rather weird, because when I buy stuff from other websites, they appear. It's just not good. I would say a bit the same about Kicks, which is another big, it's like the Swedish version of Ulta. They also have a lot of the big brands and stuff, but their website is also not really good. It's not as bad as Sephora's, because that one is truly, I mean, it's an all-time low on the Sephora one. So whenever I go to the shop and I try to buy something and they're like, no, you can find it in the website. And I'm like, not using that one. It is absolutely horrendous. And they're like, yes, we know. That says something. But in the US, the website is smashing. They have next day shipping. And I mean, I'm usually in Florida. So, and the Sephora like store, the warehouse, I guess, is not located in the same state. And they still have next day shipping. While Sephora in Sweden can't even seem to get the package delivered at all. I actually bought on sale, I found a very nice NARS eyeshadow palette a couple of years ago that I'd been looking for that one. So I ended up thinking, okay, I'm going to buy it on the Sephora website because I found it and it was on sale. It didn't arrive. And so, of course, I contacted Sephora. I'm like, where is my eyeshadow palette that I bought? And they're like, oh, we don't know. Okay. Did you send it? We don't know. We think so. We will give you a refund. No, I don't want a refund. I want the palette. Oh, it's out of stock. Okay. Fine. Annoying, but not much to do about that. But they were like, we were going to compensate you. Great, I thought. Maybe they would give me a gift card or something. They gave me free shipping. This woman right here, who is a VIB Rouge in the US, that means you spend over $2,500 when I'm there on vacation. I can't even imagine how much money I spend each year. I think if there was like a platinum level, I would go beyond that because I spend an enormous amount of money on Sephora. And as a compensation, they are giving me free shipping. Like, really? Yeah. Fabulous, Sephora. Just need to applaud you. So, usually when I can buy stuff from other stores than Sephora, I tend to go to the other store because their customer service is absolutely horrid. Not blaming the people working there, they are really nice. I like them. They are very nice. I wouldn't say that they are very knowledgeable about the products all the time. I don't know how many times I've come to them and asked them, when will you get the new release from Natasha Denona? And the reply is, oh, is she releasing something new? Yeah. Something that you probably should have a morning meeting about. I don't know. Since it's your profession, it's what you do. Could be good to know. This brand is launching something new. We don't know when it's going to arrive. That's fine. But at least tell your staff that one of the biggest selling brands is having a release. That sounds like good planning to me. And finally, sorry about my angry rant about Sephora. They are nice. I'm still shopping with them. But yeah, Merit lip liner. I use these all over, and I can't for the life of me remember which color I have in my hand. This is the, oh, teeny tiny letters. This is Bespoke, so this is the more slightly brownish one. I have the Coupe, something like that as well. That one is also absolutely lovely. Merit finally arrived at Sephora in Sweden, which I'm very happy about. Now I'm just waiting on Say and Tower 28 and all the other fun stuff that you have in the US. So this is just a slightly brownish lip, but I really like that. I am going to top it off with my Chanel Boy. It's called Coco Chanel. This one is so old it's peeling. Rouge Coco Shine, number 54 Boy. Using this one for ages and ages. This is the old one. The new one has a clear plastic thingy. I am trying to use this until it starts to smell funky. Absolutely my favorite shade. It does look very rather beige, grayish beige, but it works on my very pale lips. So that's it for today. I hope you're all having a wonderful day, and I will see you soon. Bye bye.